So we got two people checking into two different glamping tents, and these people checked out last night, so we just got to clean it a little bit, make sure everything's nice.
Wait until she gets to you. Stop, Penny.
I just picked up Tammy and we're gonna watch the parade. That's so cool. Start the truck, unhook. Just top off the water tank in case we need water in the office while we're hanging out there. Got a little switch here, boom, ready to go. So, look at that dress, so pretty. You need to wear more dresses. So we booked for next year.
Yeah, I got 7 spots out.
Jeez, so
We're totally booked except for deluxe, except for standard spots.
More-
Everything else is booked. One book.
Memorial Weekend Saturday, everyone booked yesterday the whole park for 2022.
Did I get a mouthful yesterday from a guy who came to tell me that I'm doing things differently this year to what the previous owner does. So I said, what are you talking about? So he says, the people that's staying in the spots right now have been staying in those spots for 5 years, some 10 years, and they are entitled to those spots first before anybody else can book those spots. Every year, that's what happens. So I said, and how do I know that you've been staying in that spot for the last 10 years?
Yeah, yeah.
I said, if somebody comes in here in April and books for May of 2023,
And we're gonna go check out the Mushroom Festival, and I think they got some kind of a flea market. Oh, I've never seen McCloud so busy. Look at all these cars.
what's happening today? It's the whole weekend, right?
Oh yeah. Dangerous, dangerous road.
The mountain.
Here we go. This morning, the gentleman in this fifth wheel over here, he came to the office. There was a big branch, a dead branch that was about to fall on his fifth wheel, so the guys just got up there with some cutting tools and took care of business. So we left these packages, which is a map and the rules and the window tag and all that stuff, and we left them on the window last night for people that check in late, but they never picked them up. So now Tammy gives me a list, and I got to go on my e-bike and see if they're actually there, and if they're there, I'll give them their package. Can look if people are physically in that spot. It's just so weird. People, so far 2 people that were meant to check in never showed up. Oh, as I'm taking a sprinkler, and then the kids can play on the grass and jump through the sprinkler. Use the bench so I can rest my bike on there. Thank you. So bring the garden hose. Bring the sprinklers. Pistols. That's cool. So we bought a whole bunch of chalk on Amazon, so sometimes I just go around and give the kids some chalk and they can draw pretty pictures on the asphalt. Just something fun to do. Story.
He's like, well, they, down the road, they're going to be upset. I said, well, who's they? And he just kept saying they, but we got to open this up. It's, they're irrigating horses down there. And I'm like, I didn't know that they irrigated horses. I thought they watered them. But yeah, he threw a little bit of a fit and was, upset a little bit. So, do you want?
So it's Saturday night, Memorial Weekend. And what do you think so far?
I think it's great. Everyone's behaving, and I really like all the people that come here to camp.
I've said this in the earlier video, I was expecting way worse behavior, people crashing here, coming without paying, and friends inviting 16 friends to hang out with them. but everyone's been really nice and respectful. And something really cool is so many people have come into the office or bumped into us and said we're doing a great job. And I don't know if that's trying to suck up to us to get a good space, or if they really mean it, but I think they mean it.
They do. They do.
So it's probably one of the best compliments to say we're doing a good job.
It's nice to put a face to a name.
Even though we didn't have the flowers, nobody really complained too much.
No.
We put a lot of effort into the grass and other things, so. So, we got these t-shirts for the park, and I've been asking Tammy to wear a small for weeks, and she's finally decided that she'll wear a small, so I'm heading to the office to grab one off the shelf. Hi.
Hi.
Here you go.
Thank you. Put it on now.
We put up a barrier yesterday to stop people from coming, and they just hit the rope, and I guess that's the worst of the problems. It's all good.
Yes, absolutely. That can be fixed.
Now we're heading to where?
Clearwater Cafe.
Clearwater Cafe. They got the most amazing breakfast burritos and healthy made food with good ingredients.
And mimosas.
But you already have your mimosa in your hand, don't you? Wow. Breakfast burrito. What is this?
Baja burrito.
Wow.
Excellent.
For a restaurant that's not Mexican food, this is amazing. Go ahead.
Free kisses?
Show me a cute shirt.
Oh yes, yes.
Look at that.
Oh, the RV park. I just got an old trailer like that.
On the way. Wow, that was amazing, as usual.
Excellent.
For a little town of under 2,000, pretty much every restaurant in this town is phenomenal, and we're big food people.
10 out of 10.
I know you can't tell by our beer bellies, but we eat a lot. So it's Sunday, Memorial Weekend, and we were hanging out at the office, and it got to be about 1 o'clock, and Tammy's like, let's go. I'm like, go where? She said home. So we drove the camper back to the back of the RV park. Very quiet, only about 4 check-ins all day. So everyone's on the property and everybody's good. So this Memorial Day weekend, the kids were shoving stuff down the pipe that the bridge goes over. And the pipe's full of debris now, logs, ducks, water bottles, stones. So we're going to try and unclog it. Jeez, there's a whole team of people.
You gotta get in the water, dude.
I know that. Ryan has the right shoes.
Grab.
So the one 2x6 wasn't long enough, so now we're going to screw the 2 2x6s together. 16 feet, so we'll have 32 feet long.
Oh yeah. Feel it work? She's through. She's through?
Who is?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
I want to go to that side. Takes a village, baby.
All done.
Thank you.
I think it's all out. It's all coming. You can hear it. Another
Nice.
ducky, another boat.
Jay just sent me a text message to come over to the dumpster, and I'm expecting the worst because people throw all sorts of crap in there, man. It's ridiculous. I think we might have to put cameras up or something. Oh God,
I still got this left.
that's disgusting.
So, yeah. So we're definitely gonna need... Yeah.
So beach chairs over there, cooler, nice. think I'm gonna go online, go on Vistaprint today and make up a sign and ask people to be respectful and not throw all sorts of crap that's really not RV park trash related. Because it looks like a lot of people bring their household stuff here.
Yes, we'll get it done today. And then your address. Could you give me your address so I could put it into the system?
Well, we just got done with dinner. It's about 8:30 in the evening. And a gentleman called me from, because I put my phone number on the front desk, on the front door. And he wants to come and pay for a dump fee. There's a government or a state RV park down the street, but it's called Fowler's Campground, but they don't have hookups. So when everyone's finished camping there, they normally roll through here and then they pay us for a dump. So I'm just gonna go meet him right now at the sewer dump. Wednesday after Memorial Day weekend, and I just have to say everybody was perfect. There were no problems. The most amazing guests I've ever dreamed of having. Just one issue the whole weekend was the creek got stuck with a bunch of ducks and rocks and wood, and we got the situation sorted out by some nice guests of ours. The workload is getting a little overwhelming, but I'm going to take it in my stride. Same thing with Tammy. Yesterday one of the ACs went out in the cabin. I got to run into Mount Shasta, pick one up at the hardware. A guest called me to say the fridge wasn't working, but luckily it was just a setting last night. I changed it and all good, so we don't need a new fridge, which is always nice. I got about 75 emails to get through today. I go through every booking that Tammy and Debbie makes just to make sure they're all good. I'm in the process of putting the glamping tents up on booking.com. Then I got to put the cabins on booking.com. It's just, there's not enough hours in the day to do all the stuff, but part of the business and why we love it. One of the guests told Tammy that the bridge that goes over the little stream has a piece of wood that's cracked. So I'm just gonna go check it out. It's got my DeWalt drill gun and a piece of wood. Hopefully the wood's the right size. And here comes. So here's the piece that's cracked. But I think this whole bridge needs to be replaced. Kenny and Jay did such an awesome job on the last bridge. I think this one needs a new one. I just put a little piece of wood on it, but the whole bridge needs to be rebuilt. So that's ravioli and shrimp with Parmesan cheese, made with love.
A la carte, Tammy.
And of course, the pre-dinner
Oh my goodness, you
tequila. I
didn't have
forgot
any
to drink it.
tequila?
I'll drink it now. So there's a gentleman that just checked in, and when he tried to plug his power cord from his trailer into the RV park, the receiving plug in the RV park is upside down, which is kind of weird. So he couldn't plug the plug in. And then when that one's not going in. So I flipped the plug over, turned the breaker on, and now they have electricity. So yesterday some of the guests were telling us that there was toilet paper missing in the bathrooms, and in the last few days we've caught 3 people showering, and we think strangers are coming in and stealing the toilet paper. It's freaking bizarre. So what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna order those doorknobs with the little keypads on them, and unfortunately we're gonna have to lock the bathrooms. So one of the ladies just pulling out asked if I know anywhere where she could get her windows squeegeed. So I said, just pull around and I'll hook you up.
Oh, let's see. I'll have to give you a big tip.
I'm gonna watch you the whole time you're using it.
ran into, all of a sudden it was like pebbles hit our
So Tammy nicely went over to space number 17. This is an hour later. The gentleman's waiting in the front entrance. It's only 10 a.m. and I just texted him to say that his spot's available and he's welcome to check in early. That doesn't mean all of you need to come and check in early. We need the grass to grow. I just laminated some signs for the kids because yesterday they blocked so many bottles and ducks and crap. And they dammed up the creek or the stream, and the stream started overflowing. And then we got another one. Kids are playing in the area. We want to keep them out of the water in the pond. So every episode we plan to do a RV walkthrough, and because it's a slow Monday and there's nothing really interesting in the park, I've decided to do a video walkthrough of our RV. I'll just talk about a few things I've done to the exterior of the truck. So I put a front hitch receiver where I could put a winch if I choose to, but right now this is just a fold down deck. I put some strong LED lighting over there and here. These are custom lightings for the truck. I put a solar panel on the hood which charges the battery of the truck because we don't start it for some time, sometimes maybe 5-6 days in a row. I put on these fender flares. I screw them right into the body. I got some 35-inch tires. My rims are not very clean, but I'm going to end up painting them black. Upgraded tires and wheels to take care of the weight of the camper. I got these steps right here. I put in aftermarket power mirrors. We got both RV Park logos over there. I've got frame-mounted camper jacks. Frame-mounted camper tie-downs instead of putting it onto the body. I got an onboard air compressor with some quick disconnects. I got a 4-inch pipe. There's the rear frame-mounted tie-downs, some storage. I just put this diamond plate here for extra protection, and I sprayed on bed liner and lightly sanded it to give it that look. And then also this propane box, I sprayed it with bed liner. The entire truck, the entire camper, I sanded and I painted it with Rust-Oleum. And then the graphic on the back, I just bought some carbon fiber style 3M body wrap, stuck it to the back and cut it out with a blade. Again, the vent right here, vent cover, or the box cover, I put bed liner. And then I put this diamond plate here. I sprayed it with bed liner, but this part's worn off. Under the truck, under the camper, I have a hitch extension. It's a 2.5-inch receiver. And then it's, I think this is a 36-inch extension. So it's held tight with some chains and the fact that it's 2.5-inch square. And then I've done something real similar with the generator carrier. I've just put a long extension and I welded up this tray. What else? Again, I've painted all the storage boxes. I put some diamond plate onto this electrical box cover. And instead of using the electronic jacks, that one of them malfunctioned the other day, so I removed all of them and I put on just hand crank because we very rarely take the camper off the truck. As far as performance modifications, I've only done 3 things. I've done the Hydra tuner, which has 12 different settings. I mostly leave it on number 5, which adds about 70 horsepower. I've done a 4-inch exhaust. There's no catalytic converter on this truck. It's a 2001. And I just made my residency in McCloud, California, so no more smog required until the time that I choose to sell it. And then I've just done an air intake, so 3 things. And the truck runs pretty good. It's 20 years old and it's got 200,000 miles, but it's very reliable. On the dash, I have a backup cam, and I have 2 different cameras on the back, one high and one low angle. And then I got this, it's a display that I really use for exhaust gas temperature, oil temperature, and transmission temperature. That way, if we're hauling ass up a big hill and we're really pushing the truck, you got to know where your temperatures are, because there's no use jacking up the temperatures and keep on pushing the truck when you're going to break something. And you can see I have 4 100-watt panels that I bought off Amazon. I bought the cables, and you just plug and play down into the camper. On all the vents, I have painted them white. There's no reason to have them black in the hot summer, and it keeps it nice and dark if you wish to have it dark inside. And then one of the things I've done up here is I've removed all the plastic here. That way the air conditioner has more breathing space instead of blocking it and restricting the air. So there are the 2 backup cameras. One points down, so if I'm trying to hitch up something, I can do it. And that one points back, like you can see more stuff along the highway. So in this closet, I've got a solar breaker if I want to disconnect the solar, but most of the time we keep it hooked up, and it brings energy into the solar controller, and it just works. We can pretty much run indefinitely as long as we have some sunlight, not even direct sunlight. Can run everything in the camper for days without, except for the AC. I can build a bigger battery if we wish to do that, but maybe one day. And here's the lithium battery I bought. I went onto YouTube and I kind of taught myself, or got taught how to build lithium batteries. So I went on to AliExpress and I bought 4 of these cells, and basically it's 280 amp hours. I've got an automatic fuse breaker or breaker here if something goes wrong. That's the BMS, which is the battery management system, which I can control off my iPhone, Bluetooth, and you can change the parameters like low or high temperature shut off, low or high voltage shut off, and you can monitor and edit everything on your iPhone. I bought this Max Air fan, and it has lots of functions. It has air in and out. It has 10 different speeds. It closes when it rains. You can set it to automatically open and turn on when it gets to a certain temperature. So how come you choose to stay in a truck camper when we have 7 cabins and a 35-foot travel trailer with a slide out or a glamping tent to pick from?
Because this is my home. Even when I had a home in San Diego, this was our home away from home. So I'm used to being in a small space with you, keeping it neat and tidy. That is the key. And thank goodness you are neat and tidy.
We both are.
And we live in here perfectly. So this is where we work in the mornings and the evenings, when this office away from the office. Storage area. We have a very comfortable little bathroom with a shower and a toilet. At least it's our own. And I have a nice closet. It's a little messy.
You mean women's clothing boutique?
Stop.
You could have a sale out of that.
And we have a great fridge freezer. Warren can tell you more about that.
It used to be propane battery or electric, and right now it is just 12 volts, and it uses very, very little energy from the battery that I built. So it'll run probably about 5-6 days with no external power using the battery I built.
This is where we rest. Very comfy, our queen bed.
Memory foam.
Memory foam, and very cute little kitchen. It's very small, but I managed to do and make all our food in
And a
it.
nice oven. We make some you make some killer meals out of here. And what else? Got air conditioner.
Yeah, we've got a little pantry over here.
This light fixture, or there are 2 of them that I built. I just used some plastic and some lights I got off Amazon. So up in the bedroom area, we very rarely open the windows. We normally open this vent, and then we use the fan to suck air out, so it creates circulation. But instead of having curtains, I glued on to some plywood fabric, and they lift up on hinges, and I put reflectix on this side for insulation, and then we just prop these open, and other times it's closed and it's nice and dark. And then I use the same fabric on these little doors here, It had all wood grain, like light color wood grain, and I just used glossy acrylic latex, painted it either black or white. And then on Amazon, I bought these stick-on tiles. They come in 12 by 12 sheets and they just stick on and easy to customize. You can cut them to make corners and curves. I put in a modern thermostat for our furnace.
And the flooring.
Oh yeah, we did the flooring. It's just like stick-on vinyl tile. Not stick-on, they lock together. And then here I just put some rubberized diamond plates. We had the cushions reupholstered in Tijuana. We got a nice, along with our regular big propane furnace, we have a smaller one that works really well up to about, you know, when it's about 45 degrees. Anything colder we need to put on that one.
And that's the end of episode 10. Please like and subscribe so you can see when our next videos are coming out.